Good afternoon, and welcome to the Hospital and Physician Revenue Ideacast. My name is Joshua Vierling, Director of Sales and Marketing with Parathon, and I'll be your host for a couple minutes as we walk you through our Ideacast titled Contract Modeling and Increasing Revenue. First, let me start by saying the relevant Parathon solutions to which this Ideacast applies includes our contract modeling solution, and any of our recovery services to include denials, insurance follow-up, and zero balance. We typically provide this solution free of charge as part of any of those engagements. It is also important to note that Parathon is the only solution to enable automated contract modeling against a variety of claim sets. Additionally, we adjudicate at or beyond the level of the payer, thanks in part to our 100/100 guarantee. Finally, it's a very viable way to offset operating losses or get ahead of operating losses. So to start, it's important to note when you look at a hospital or physician group and you're looking to increase revenue via contract modeling, you need to validate the bottom line impact of the contract first. You have to be absolutely certain it aligns with the negotiated terms of the payer contract and will assist with future negotiations. The payer cannot doubt your calculations at all, so you got to be very certain in your calculations and have gone through a proper validation process. Ultimately, ensuring increasing revenue via modeling is done if you can negotiate strategies that maximize reimbursement, enable price sensitivity, or maximize coverage of drugs or other things that may affect your bottom line. So step one is claim creation criteria. So Parathon has a very robust selection of how claims can be created. We allow for both HCFA and UBs, but the most common ways to create a claim are create from a modeling claim set, create from production claims, where we have an extensive filter so we can isolate by facility, payer, date, claim code. Again, we are the only company that can do this to the point where it's extremely accurate. Or you can create claims where different percentages can be applied to the billed charges in the modeling set. And finally, you can create model claims from account history. In those cases, you will need the full charge detail master. Step two is to adjust the claim data. So you need to apply further manipulation of the claim data. So in order to do this, you would adjust the claim dates based on a particular percentage of Medicare if you wanted. You could also have the option of taking a year's worth of prior claims and bumping up the dates. You can take 2-year prior period and look at it versus the new negotiation, or you can take a percentage of charges or thresholds. CPT codes can be deleted or replaced. You can also model and swap out different DRG types and versions. So we have a lot of ways to adjust the claim, and these are only a few. Step three is selecting the proposed rate. So once the claims are selected, you need to select the proposed rate. The good part here is that Parathon has all the contracts loaded to include Medicare and Medicaid pricing. Our calculation library is one of the most extensive in the industry and includes all outliers and unique contract terms. And finally, now for increasing revenue. We have a number of reports dedicated to this exact mission of increasing revenue. So a common report is a comparison with detailed claim info report, where you could look at a high-level overview of change and liquidity. It provides you by account where increases and decreases are occurring, and it isolates which contract terms are negatively impacting the liquidity. You could also model using Medicare or EAPG or TRICARE. If you're looking at switching to payment methodology, you can certainly do that. Finally, we identify revenue code increases and decreases, gauging the sensitivity of the targeted CVM increase to how it will react. Here you can see a case study where in a given year, we found over $12 million in additional revenue via contract modeling. And finally, thank you for joining me. And if you are interested in a demonstration or you would like to receive the case study, please check us out at www.parathon.com or feel free to email me at jveerling@parathon.com. Thanks again, and look forward to talking to you.